Ora bem, como é que é, malta? Então, bem-vindos aqui então à stream de Divinity, Original Sim 2. Tal como tínhamos falado ainda há bocado, que ia ser feito. Eu estava aqui numa chamada, por isso não deu para estar aqui a falar. Isto vem da Hilariantes Studios, hoje em dia bastante mais conhecida, a meu ver, por causa do Baldur's Gate 3. Não sei a que nível, eu nunca vi nada sobre estes jogos de Divinity. A única coisa que eu descobri no outro dia é que a malta do Hilariantes Studios não aconselha a jogar o Divinity Original Sim 1, pelo visto não é muito bom. Ou envelheceu mal, digamos assim. Se calhar uma coisa assim ao nível de, por exemplo, como o The Witcher 1. É um jogo que envelheceu muito mal. Eu já experimentei jogar The Witcher 1 tipo, nos últimos anos e aquilo envelheceu mesmo muito mal. Mas já ouvi falar muito bem deste aqui, tinha interesse, e aqui estamos na versão de PS5, a versão definitiva do jogo, na PlayStation 5. Vamos lá ver. Não sei bem que personagem é que é de criar. Há muito vou sempre com um humano. E só como track record, não faço ideia se isto será parecido ou não com Baldur's Gate os primeiros. Veremos. Pelo menos na vista isométrica veremos se é no resto. Acho interessante isto ter um co-op local, daquilo que eu reparei, o co-op local parece-me ser uma coisa fixe. Portanto, a gente tem as personagens pré-feitas, que já têm histórias de origem e tudo mais. E depois podemos fazer um custom. Eu estou um bocadinho tentado a ir para um dwarf. Não sei porque nestes jogos de fantasia no último ano tem-me dado uma coisa de jogar com dwarfs. Por exemplo, instalei o Senhor dos Anéis Online e escolhi dwarfs. Não sei se vou como humano. Lizard. Não. Como um elf. Não. Epá, vamos como um dwarf. Se lixe. Aparência. Escrevemos aqui. Hairstyle. Um assim, uma canazinha. Aí, assim, uma barbinha desta cor. Um espolo. Assim. Cor do cabelo. Dê-me só um bocadinho.
Try again. I'll yield. Meet your glory is mine. You're not trying to... Almost got me. Meet your maker.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared. And sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings, then report to me upstairs.
So, it wasn't a dream after all. Oh, I don't even remember them strapping me down. Not very chatty fellow, are you? Not very chatty fellow, are you? Not very chatty fellow, are you? Oh, I don't even remember them strapping me down. This again? Junk. An animal sty. Freight or food?
Did you expect a needle?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin. The Magister Guard snorts and sniffles as he sleeps. You're almost impressed that one man can make such a phlegmy racket. Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake.
Is my shift over? Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy dwarf? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. And it's about to... Can't just leave the prisoner alone, though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. If it's all the same, I think it's best he comes with me. Keep your hands where I can see them. sorcerer. We haven't got all day.
No. No. You must. That's one problem solved. The dead Magister. Somebody'll have to take the blame for this. And it won't be me.
Empty.
Not the most elegant solution, was it? And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Smelling sorts
Empty.
of strong stuff. Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers, you'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was it already?
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you, so let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are... Is he? Oh, well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they? No. You're alive, and you're having a conversation. You are on a ship of...
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. A new life awaits, and if you're a
as though there's a pattern in the blood. That can't be natural.
Good gods! There's been a murder here.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
Oh, my. These smelling salts are strong stuff.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you no herself. Go ahead. She with the body.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our... Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out. We'll find out who did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Everything's spick and span. Nothing left to do, really.
Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could... It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, listen. I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything.
Nothing to see here.
Why won't you sing? Be good, you scallywags.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us will kill our own. They're picking us up.
Just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad? Insufferable.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like
snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice, deciding fates.
She eyes you quite serious.
Not the future, no. But I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue. Efficient.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone you were reminiscing about the things you used to do together. Of course it is. But don't you worry, darling. I don't lick and tell. Don't worry, honey.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a...
Never say never.
And I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
I'm busy watching for...
You clearly don't know the
A
first.
scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasant.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander, many...
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an... Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magister's more concern than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man. Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't...
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at it.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us will get our own. They're picking us off one by one.
And we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up. Mad. Insufferable. Surely. I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to...
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You!
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
There's nothing else.
Name!
Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you.
Away with you. At once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips, as he leans...
Please, please.
That's enough.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them. Stay away from the Magisters, brother. They killed that fellow back there. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but I...
no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
A broad dwarf sits totally... He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his...
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down, and smiles. But
you look like a boy to me. Listen if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't.
His eyes snap open. He looks at you.
Murder? Ah, that's what... I wouldn't know anything about it. I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor...
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position.
Whether they catch me is another matter. But I ain't one to hide my accomplishments. The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates. The groaning of...
And?
We've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That isn't anger.
He cocks his ear to the other side.
Anticipation. She senses something. That's all you hear, though. Listen, there now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great...
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
She got eaten by a void woken.
Forget it.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest. Your kind always hung closest to her fight, like wolves around a...
No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east. Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
Kid, you been down by the room up the hall?
No.
You sure about that?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Gods, didn't your mother teach you any manners?
She got eaten by a void woken.
Forget it.
That's enough.
You, Jill, is that right? I've a few questions for you. You are Jill, aren't you?
I ain't saying nothing.
Bloody dwarves, I'll come back to you. And you better be ready to talk here.
Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here. You classified this slop as food. I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
rotten, Ben Nest. Your
There's
kind
nothing
always
else
hung
we can eat,
closest to
Your
her
Majesty.
fight.
Turnips and
Wolves
water
around a
are all I
campfire.
was given.
Unacceptable.
I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend
As
to
soon
do
as the
away with
Inquisitor
the
gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
There has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his...
They're everywhere. As the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship with it.
Name? Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrap. Well, well. What have we here? A fresh fish.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us won't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? And suffer.
I'm inspecting your teeth, in case that wasn't There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on us. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Ah, music. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right?
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. Just as I thought. That explains what's perceived. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions asked. As per your own testimony, you can cook, but you have the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown's. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
It was one of them. I know it.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us won't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where
You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop. You'll never attain still. Hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for...
Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper.
Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed...
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen...
Do you know Losa? She's a... My mum told me... Oh, hi.
Ah, would you please...
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen...
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out and examines your... He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
It was one of them. I know it.
Put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us won't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
We just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad? Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? That was
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your book... No. I want to know about the Celestial. This text tells me that they created all creatures. Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any useful information. Now please, run along.
No amount of pestering will...
Here to register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done. You faring okay so far? Trust me, with Bishop Alexander in charge, things will get a lot better from here on out. You head on in now. But
if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You'd end up in prison.
You seem on edge, officer.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it, then? You murdered that poor...
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight...
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's mad! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its...
She reaches for her collar and simply...
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What happened?
What happened? Water? Why, for goodness sake?
The lizard's eye... The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and...
No, not the final dark.
It's no use.
The dice roll darkly.
The young woman lies in a heap on... Ifan lies motionless, his eyes... Ifan
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters! Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. God damn it! We need to get off this wreck, and quick! Great God, something's pounding on the hull!
It doesn't budge. The moment you touch... Through the door. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to...
No! What damn fools record knowledge on a... It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so...
The skeleton looks up and notices...
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantic...
Yes, indeed. It's the look of some... Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have life. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive... A mask that was stolen by that damned witch. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
The skeleton holds up his book in...
I am trying to discover if there... And I will be damned if... Go on! Go!
The door groans up.
Something's breaking through! What in the hell's are those things? Death fog! I need to get out of here now! Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. Knock on before this thing snaps into splinters!
The skeleton.
No, it catch
the skeleton.
Yeah, no, I'm still
the skeleton.
And I will go on.
God damn it! We need to get off this wreck, and quick! Great God, something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the... You press your... It doesn't... The door... The moment you... The door...
Death fog! I need to get out of here, now!
chance!
The Magister lies on the floor.
Go on, kid. Climb up there and dig in the rope. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old story.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes, to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need...
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Fuck you! There's a ladder right...
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? Had to open your big mouth.
The Magister lies up.
Wait! Void Woken!
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin. Greet the Reaper for me.
They who are about to triumph salute you.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
I'm ready.
Greet the Reaper.
No telling where there might be more. We need to move.
This old tub is about to burst.
I hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound. With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture. Blood quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror. Blood pours out from around the bandage. Magister Siwan reaches out to you, her hand flailing. It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm. Her eye, something within the ship, snaps. The floorboards shudder. Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly.
It's ripping the ship apart! This is it!
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Rivellon.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something, wanted me alive. Voidwoken! Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn, they made it to shore.
I know you.
collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a void-woken. I wonder in which order.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head.
I'm not supposed to talk to dwarves.
The child considers...
If you're just a person, you're one of the smallest I've ever seen. Little people. Like me, you mean? I guess.
He pauses.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his nose.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. No one cares where I go. They know I can't leave the island. It's nicer out here than inside anyway. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured, but you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That you'll see. I guess I am, but it's just...
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King. This statue must be 1,000 years old. Well, this won't be of any garbage. This statue must be 1,000 years old. I wonder how much longer it'll last. This statue must be 1,000 years old. I wonder how much longer it'll last.
You spot a strange lizard, gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist.
Yes, I imagine you do. You're made of sterner stuff than I first gave you. Chances are I wouldn't have survived the shipwreck. Had you not returned to the... You have my...
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away. Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the...
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few...
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palace... What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the seven have mercy. I am the Red Prince. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which...
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all... The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag, truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proved fine. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me will look jolly good. So, now that that's settled, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the... As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards, then, to victory or death.
The Red Prince...
Now, as you're aware, you'll be travelling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be... Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see...
The squirrel's nose twitched. A black cat? Some would see this as an omen.
The cat's eyes, its eyes...
I've spotted something. I wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens up, you see he's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of it.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling...
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor? Ah! No! Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I chased her here, but she rather seems to have...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Why, its face, of course. What other use would I have for some rot? A face that seems rather... I would not... I could then craft a mask to hide my bone.
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds...
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I have important things to do on Reapers. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the... Indeed. I may, at least from this realm. As for the others... Well... There is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil field. A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence. We studied the mysteries of the universe. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. We will have our... Well, that hardly seems relevant. But if you must know, several centuries, in fact, I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. It seems our king did not agree that the universe should be explored to its full potential. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I wonder if flowers would be appropriate. Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly every one of your races resembles them in some manner. And the statues you have built to your gods look... Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm. Or regardless, they are not here. But I will find them, wherever they are. I suppose. So you seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you noticed that I am rather skilled in... Of course, the arcane arts are my little special. I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is... Splendid. Very well.
Squirrel's nose.
I need a shovel.
One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
Hey, mister. I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them ringing out their tune. 1, 2, long dead as a crew. 3, 4, shells on the shore.
Now speak. I regret the subverting our cause.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
Greetings, child. Rather far from home, you and I. And during such dark times, this place is nothing more than a temporary inconvenience, child.